Now that the unimaginable has finally occurred, the internet is ablaze. We've been watching 50 Music Cent and T for years. I participate in one of the most cold-blooded and calculated chess matches in hip-hop history. Music, however, the tactical bomb that suddenly appeared on our timelines, caught everyone off guard. Music, there are rumors circulating that 50 Cent Music has officially pulled the trigger on his most deadly weapon to date, which is causing social media to go completely crazy. According to rumors, the first episode of the lengthy Rumor documentary has finally been released, and its title has shocked the whole business. They refer to them as the Gay Party Files. The rap game has completely transformed, if the rumors are even partially accurate. Snort says everyone tries to confirm what is indeed in this film. Fans are stunned, and the atmosphere is utter anarchy. Are discussing allegations that go beyond simple beef and delve into the shadowy recesses of business secrets that were never meant to be revealed. Because 50 Music Cent isn't only trolling this time, there is a lot of tension in the air. According to reports, he is putting forward a story that connects T-Music to some of the entertainment industry's most contentious and exclusive groups. Because these headlines dominate music every news cycle. The Harris music family is allegedly in a condition of absolute emergency. The moment the news broke, people's emotions were running high. And there are a lot of hypotheses circulating about how and why this footage was obtained. 50 decided to break the stillness at this very moment. Is this the last strike that ends a battle that lasted for 2 decades? Millions of people are scrutinizing each person's private life online, and the stakes have never been higher. This is no longer merely a rap war, so stay tuned. Only one side will emerge from this entire reputation war with their legacy intact. As soon as the initial rumors regarding the purported music footage started to spread like wildfire throughout the industry, the situation escalated music more quickly than anyone could have imagined. Everything began with a string of enigmatic posts that alluded to a massive file collection that 50 Cent was allegedly sitting on for years, waiting for the ideal opportunity to launch an attack. According to the sources, this is more than simply a compilation of movies, but music is a meticulously chosen documentary-style expose that delves deeply into T and his close circle's private lives. The streets are discussing a certain occasion called the secret industry parties, where it is impossible to distinguish between fact and rumor. The information that is emerging describes a setting that is very different from the rough street image that T has upheld for decades, shocking fans. These latest news sources claim that the video purports to reveal prominent people in circumstances they never intended for public viewing. When insiders began to assert that a number of the Harris family's former associates had become whistleblowers, the tension increased even more. Music, adding context music to these silent segments. Imagine what happened behind closed doors at the Harris home when they realized that 50 Cent's spirit had died. At last, provocations were turning into something real and hazardous. According to rumors, Music T was spotted pacing his office and yelling into his phone that everything he had worked so hard to build over the previous 20 years was a complete fiction. When he told his legal team that they had to shut down the internet music if necessary, his voice was reportedly shaking with a mixture of anger and incredulity. However, the story had already broken free from the prison, and 50 Cent is renowned for being 5 steps ahead. There was disagreement among the Harris family about how to react. Some wanted to launch an offensive, while others recommended remaining silent music in order to prevent the fire from getting more oxygen. But when your name is trending for all the wrong reasons, it's difficult to keep quiet. Other celebrities who were purportedly seen in the background of these leaked excerpts began to become involved in the scandal. Music panic spread throughout the industry as each time a fresh screenshot appeared online, another name would be brought up. According to the allegations, these parties were at the core of covert transactions and power struggles where allegiance was put to the test in ways that the general public would find difficult to accept. A conversation between 2 former security guards who said they observed things that caused them to completely depart the company is mentioned in one particular report. They painted a picture of an opulent world that contrasted with a more complex and sinister reality. The attention turned to Tiny Music Harris, and how she was responding to the torrent of accusations as the reports kept coming in. She was devastated, according to people close to her. By the way, the public was making a sensationalized documentary out of music about their personal past. She apparently got into a violent dispute with T that the staff could hear. Music, wanting to know if the rivals' whispered secrets were true. This was no longer just about music or business, so the betrayal felt personal. It was about their music status in the society and the fundamental basis of their marriage. In the meantime, the internet was occupied with analyzing each frame of the leaked episode, attempting to music identify each location and every face. As people began seeing connections between seemingly unrelated events, the commentary intensified to the point that it was impossible to unravel the web of conspiracy. According to the claims, 50 Cent was smirking and telling the world that he was just getting started while he sat back and enjoyed the chaos he had unleashed. He allegedly informed a group of colleagues that the dread of what was in the documentary was causing more harm than the actual film, thus he didn't even need to release the entire documentary. Music, the Gunnet chief has turned the art of the conflict into a multi-million-dollar media plan. And this psychological warfare is a classic maneuver. The public is left wondering whether T can ever recover from such a public humiliation when the first 1,300 words of this article are revealed. The emotional stakes are quite high, and the charges are serious. The Harris music camp has gone into complete digital lockdown as every news media is rushing to get a statement. The music industry is holding its breath because, given how terrible the first episode is, what will happen to the rest of the series? The most agonizing aspect of the whole story is probably the betrayal of trust by erstwhile friends who supposedly assisted 50 Cent in gathering these materials. Music. According to reports, T.I. is searching for a mole in the company who believes that someone he trusted betrayed him in exchange for money or a chance to gain favor with 50 Cent. There is a genuine paranoia that is spreading like a plague throughout Atlanta. Every memory is being re-examined for indications of betrayal, and everybody is now under suspicion. Although the Harris music family has always presented a cohesive front, the gravity of these homosexual party accusations is putting that relationship to the test like never before. According to reports, the children are viewing the comments on the internet and asking questions that no parent wants to respond to. The distinction between private and public life has completely collapsed. A king's downfall and the end of an era are still prominent headlines. People claim that we are seeing a live music execution of a heritage, drawing comparisons to the biggest scandals in music history. The clicks and views in the hip-hop scene are fueled by a morbid interest mixed with a somber intensity. A new notion about a particular individual seen in a reflection or a voice heard in the background of a video appears every minute. The amount of scrutiny is severe and unrelenting. According to the article, T is getting ready for a significant counter-offensive. However, after witnessing what 50 Cent has put together, it remains to be seen if anyone will accept his version of events. The algorithm is shaping the story, and right now, the algorithm is craving drama music. As social media profiles are removed and public events are cancelled, the psychological toll on all parties involved is becoming apparent. This is the reality of a contemporary rap war in which high-definition files serve as the weaponry and streaming music platforms serve as the battlefield. According to reports, the Harris camp is attempting to bargain with networks to stop any more leaks. However, 50 Cent is a self-sufficient tycoon who has no superiors. His ability to speak directly to the fans, who are listening with wide eyes and open music lips, is what gives him power. The manner the files are presented as indisputable truths is just as devastating as their content. As the globe awaits the next move in this lethal game of digital chess, the tension is dense and the music air is heavy with the perfume of a collapsing empire. As the second round of news stories started to expose even more startling information about what 50 Cent was supposedly about to divulge next, the Harris family was now in a state of complete terror. Rumors about the existence of music, the homosexual party files changed to detailed descriptions of what transpired behind the velvet ropes of those high-stakes, exclusive music events. The story is considerably more complex than anyone could have predicted. According to industry insiders who say they have seen glimpses of the future video, According to reports, the second installment of this program would delve even further into the claims of treachery within the Harris inner circle, emphasizing how these secrets were concealed for so long. When T-Music apparently learned that one of his closest childhood pals had been seen on camera conversing with producers connected to 50 Cent's camp, the strain allegedly reached a breaking point. Camp 50 Cent, as T allegedly discovered that the stronghold he had constructed around his personal life had been undermined from the inside out. The betrayal felt like a knife in the back. Headlines about furious altercations in the studio, where T allegedly demanded that everyone turn over their phones to search for leaked texts, startle fans. The Harris family was split about who they could still trust in an industry that seemed to be turning against them, and feelings were running hot as allegiances were called into question. At a private event, Tiny Harris was reportedly spotted crying and told her pals that she never imagined her life would turn into a show for everyone to make fun of. She reportedly complained that 50 Cent was making fun of their personal history, music value, asserting that the story being promoted was a perverted interpretation of reality. In the meantime, 50 Cent kept stoking the flames by sharing mysterious photos that appeared to verify the whereabouts of these said individuals. His fans were occupied with closely examining each picture in an attempt to locate any indication of the music stars who were supposedly present. Everyone in the industry is terrified of what might be in those files, according to the reports that have surfaced. Because 50 Cent is known for not holding back, there is a tangible sense of terror. The consequences might be disastrous for more than just T if he has video of other celebs attending these events. Claims that a number of well-known musicians have contacted 50 Cent in private, pleading with him to exclude their identities from the documentary, are currently dominating the news cycle music. As spectators wait to find out who will be revealed next, this heightens the suspense. According to reports, the conversation between these worried celebrities and 50 Cent music is chilly and formal, with 50 purportedly informing them that music is merely the messenger, and that the truth is the truth. The public's opinion of the Harris family keeps changing as the situation intensifies. A lot of admirers who used to be devoted followers are now doubting what they believed to be true about the marriage. With the reports coming from so many various sources, it is difficult to dismiss the charges of secret lifestyles and hidden objectives. According to reports, T.I. is feeling the pressure of his legacy slipping away from him. Although he has traditionally ruled the South, he is currently being portrayed as having too many secrets to conceal. Since this is more than simply his career, the emotional stakes are quite high. It concerns his kids and how they will perceive him in music in the future. When a purported leak from a former employee detailed a scene in which T was attempting to buy back, the tension escalated. 50 Cent used a middleman in the song video. According to legend, 50 Cent chuckled at the offer, claiming that the expression on his face when the entire documentary music is shown to the world is more valuable than any sum of money. 50 Cent is a very strong opponent in the music rap game because of this kind of psychological warfare. He's not only interested in winning the debate, his goal is to completely destroy the other person. According to reports, the Harris family has employed a group of private investigators to determine how 50 Cent obtained such intimate information, but all of their leads appear to be fruitless. The files seem to have appeared out of nowhere or were given to the family music by someone so close that nobody would ever suspect them. As the world sees the Harris empire fall apart due to its own secrets, betrayal is the main theme of this second section of the story. There are a lot of individuals taking music sides on social media. However, since 50 Cent is in charge of music, the information flow, the momentum is obviously in his favor. Every time I attempt to write something encouraging or highlight T's music, the comments section is inundated with inquiries regarding the homosexual party files. His mental condition is obviously being negatively impacted by the constant onslaught of criticism. According to reports, he has been avoiding the spotlight and attempting to determine his next course of action by spending the most of his time confined in his home gym or recording studio. King Harris's fierce defense of his father has made headlines, and his sons have also been caught in the crossfire. According to reports, the young Harris went on a tirade in which he claimed that 50 Cent was merely envious of their family, and that all of the film was staged and altered music to discredit them. But 50 Cent's response, which made fun of King's reaction and promised that the upcoming show will contain even more evidence, only served to stoke the flames. Fans' responses ranged from astonishment to ghoulish fascination. They are astounded that music has escalated to this degree of personal devastation from a dispute that began almost 20 years ago. Everyone is on edge due to the new frontier in hip-hop culture. The shift from a rap fight to a documentary exposed. No one is aware of what is forbidden or where the line is anymore. The Harris family may be drafting a significant court filing to halt the documentary's distribution, according to the story music. But legal experts warn that it might be too late. Once the information is online, it cannot be removed, and the harm has already been done. Every public statement made by the Harris camp, as they attempt to preserve their dignity while being dragged through the dirt, reveals the emotional struggle in music. They are presenting themselves as the targets of a well-planned defamation campaign. On the other hand, 50 Cent presents himself as the person who is at last revealing the industry. The tension is increasing in anticipation of the story's conclusion. which will either disclose the ultimate answer or its ultimate demise. Each news story is a fragment of a bigger picture that gradually comes together to depict a world of treachery, power, music, and sex. The globe is eagerly awaiting the next revelation, as the gay party files have emerged as the most talked about issue in entertainment news. In the court of public opinion, 50 Cent is acting as the judge, jury, and executioner while the Harris family fights for their life. As we enter the center of this combustible drama, where nobody is safe and the truth is more complex than any fiction, the stakes and tension are at an all-time high. As the rumors about the last chapters of this purported documentary intensified, the Harris family was now on the verge of a complete collapse of their legacy, music according to rumors. The 50 Cent's presentation's conclusion will be a direct confrontation between the past and the present, revealing long-kept secrets from the early 2000s. Greater than snorts, greater than, according to headlines, 50 Music Cent has allegedly obtained interviews with people who were once in T.I.'s inner circle at his peak moments of popularity, shocking fans. People who are now prepared to discuss those private gatherings cultures in public. Because the ramifications of these gay party files extend far beyond a single man, the press stories depict an environment of utter dread inside the Atlanta music hip-hop community. According to reports, the Harris family was split following an especially heated meeting where they had to choose between going into a total media blackout or continuing to battle music. Tiny Harris apparently claimed that their kids should know the truth before they learned it via the internet, which caused emotions to run high. T, on the other hand, insisted that the whole thing was a well-planned hit piece by a competitor who has turned professional trolling into a vocation. When a fresh rumor arose, alleging that 50 Cent had hinted at a certain video, featuring a senior industry executive who was purportedly present at these events, the drama took a dramatic turn. This action changed the focus from a personal grudge to a scandal affecting the entire industry, where people are now constantly checking their backs to see whether they are involved in a file leak. According to reports, the Harris camp is coping with the consequences of postponed music projects and canceled business agreements. Watch to see if this is the ultimate bluff or if the documentary will indeed air in its entirety. Music. Every social media post from 50 Cent is handled like a breaking news report, and the suspense is so intense that you can practically feel it through the screen. According to the report, T is currently working on a counter documentary, but observers doubt he can equal the Gannett Media Machine's production value and sheer velocity. Even though no formal charges have ever been brought, the public finds it difficult to ignore the narrative that has been built by the betrayal music of friends and the allegations of a double existence. According to reports, as the fear of leaks grows, the Harris residence has turned into a stronghold with restricted access for even their most dependable staff music. The King of the South expresses his surprise that his career could be summed up by a collection of rumors and blurry footage after everything he has contributed to the culture. In a reported conversation between T and a close associate, every hazy paparazzi snapshot and brief video clip that escapes the Harris complex shows the